do I have to like, I don't have to say my name or anything like that? No, good, that's fine. Okay, so my chosen skill is directing, as you can see. So this is just a bit on the director I've chosen to do my case study. Steven Spielberg. It's a bit of a cliche choice in some people's opinions, but I just, what do you want the next slide please, Ben? I just really like the way he can tell stories like not many other directors can. He seems to have a very fluid way he can just tell a story and it doesn't feel at all jarry in any case. And it's not any fiction stories. For instance, Saving Private Ryan, especially particularly the beach scene, has been credited and honoured by a lot of people as one of the most faithful adaptations of World War II by any director ever. So I think he's got like a real skill to adapt any story, be it fiction or not, to the screen, which I think is really good, and I want to be able to do that as well, hopefully one day. And also, despite his films always being like very big and epic, like Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, that kind of thing, they're always very personal. So, given E.T. as an example, it's a story, it's about an alien coming to Earth and the FBI's involvement in that, which automatically you think, oh, it's a big deal. But he chooses to focus on the relationship between E.T. and a little boy, rather than the big scale thing, which I think a lot of other directors would focus on, which is just why I like him, because he's able to make films about things that will hit home a bit more. Like you're able to focus more on the relationship between two kind of brothers, really, rather than FBI and aliens and that kind of thing, despite it being a bit more exciting, stereotypically. Next slide, please, Ben. So, like Ben, I've gone for the Screen Test Fest. Again, because it's a bit less daunting than entering something really big like Cannes or Sundance. And I think I've got more chance of getting in, but ultimately I'm not really too bothered about it getting entered and winning and all that. I just think it's nice to be able to but to have your film put with other people that are in the same similar situation as you, students. Entry requirements, again, it's not too strict. You're going to be attending UK-based higher education. The film has got to be 20 minutes or less, which I think works really well for this, so I imagine 2 minutes would be perfect length for them, because they get so many entries that they can just slot that in, and then they've still got a lot of room. And then there's 16 genres, and then you can sort of do a bit of a, what's the word? You can do a film across 2 genres basically, and they're not too strict about that. They don't really mind if you mix and match certain genres, which is always nice. The audience, it's pretty safe to say it's mainly for students. There's no age restrictions in terms of you can't have a film that's 18 because there will be kids watching. There was a weird film where this guy took his skin off for someone, and so I think they're quite open about it. They don't really put much restriction on it. If you want to make a film, you can make it. It doesn't really matter what it's about, which I think is nice from a creator's point of view. Next slide, please, Ben. So the film plans, I haven't really had anything concrete as of yet. I've got a couple of ideas which are again in the kind of skeleton-ish stages. The first one is it's a probably under 2 minutes one-shot film focusing on it's just an action film, which I think quite a few people you'd think it would be just an excuse to show off someone doing just a fight scene, and fight scenes can be very cliche and boring and quite easy to do. But I think there's something. It takes off real skill to pull off an action scene that is actually good, and not just for the sake of oh look, they're getting beaten up, because I think you can make it look really good. But at the same time, I'm kind of not too sure on that idea, because if it was a one-shot, I wanted to focus on directing it, and I'm worried that would show off more the cinematography aspect, the camera work than the directing. So that made me shy away from that idea a bit, which is what made me think about another film, again, it's not very concrete, it's literally just the idea of someone stuck on some sort of barren planet. Just like sci-fi, and I think telling a sci-fi story would be really good. So those ideas are very basic, and I think I can build on them, or I can try and think up some more ideas. Again, just they're very much in the planning stages. And I just made it a little. That's more of like a mental note for myself. I've just got to. That's more of a mental note than anything else. I've got to just finish the film. Start making the film after November. Yeah. Any questions?
So, what would you want to do in terms of one shot? How would you make that stand out from the multitude of action one shots that are out there?
I think it would be good to see one that's kind of a lot of the action one shots are kind of by these big, well-known directors. Like I can't actually remember who directed The Raid, and that's not a one shot, but a lot of these big action scenes are done by big, well-known people, and I think it'd be nice to show that anyone can pull it off. It's just a matter of knowing what you've got to do, and you don't have to be big and successful and be amazing martial artist or amazing director to know how to do it. Any more questions?
Is there not a one-shot film festival?
I haven't actually looked into that.
I think you'll find there probably is. I think there is. I'm sure I've heard of it. That